Hello everyone, Gotcha Spark here, bringing you a Furina guide video. In this video, I'll be covering Furina's kit, weapons, artifacts, and team comps. And with that, let's jump into it. Starting off with Furina's basic attacks. As you can see here, it is a simple yet elegant 4-hit basic attack with a spin into a bow at the end. Her basic attack also unleashes a water blade that strikes the enemy, dealing hydro damage. The charge attack changes your stance that will affect your E skill. Next, moving on to the elemental skill, Salon Solitaire. This ability does a lot, but let's start with the 3 companions it summons. These companions follow you and attacks nearby enemies, focusing the target of the active character, dealing hydro damage based on max HP. When they attack, they will consume the HP of party members whose HP is higher than 50% to increase their own damage. The second form of this skill turns the 3 companions into one, causing them to heal nearby active members over time based on max HP. Also, when the E skill is active, you can temporarily walk on water with either form of the E skill. Lastly, if you summon the 3 companions before going underwater, they will follow you and they can attack nearby enemies underwater. Furina's ultimate, Let the People Rejoice, creates a stage of foam that will deal hydro damage based on Furina's HP and causes nearby party members to enter the universal rivalry state. During this time, when nearby party members' HP increases or decreases, 1 point of fanfare will be granted to Furina for each percentage point of their max HP. At this time, Furina will increase the damage and incoming healing bonus of nearby party members based on the amount of fanfare she has. When the duration ends, the fanfare will be clear. Moving on to the passive abilities, Endless Walks. When your active character gets healed by other sources other than Furina, then Furina will heal nearby party members for 2% of their max HP once every 2 seconds for the next 4 seconds. Unheard Confessions, for every 1000 points of Furina's max HP, can buff the different stances of Salon Solitaire, will increase damage dealt by 0.7% up to a max of 28%, and will decrease the Singer healing intervals by 0.4% up to 16%. Lastly, the Sea is My Stage decreases the cooldown of the underwater abilities you gain from the sea creatures by 30%. Now moving on to the weapons, starting off with Furina's signature weapon, Splendor of Tranquil Waters, which is her best weapon, plus is very well designed. This weapon will provide a massive buff to her crit damage, and the passive boosts her elemental skill damage and increases her max HP. Next we have an event weapon, Festering Desires. This is a very good weapon for Furina. Sadly, not everyone will have it since it was from an event early in the game. This weapon gives high energy recharge and increases elemental skill damage and crit rate. Next, there is a Fontaine weapon that is obtained from fishing that is another good option for Furina. This weapon also provides good energy recharge, and the passive increases elemental skill crit rate and energy recharge after using elemental skill. Lastly is the Bravonia's Sword. This is another good option for Furina if you don't have any of the other options. It gives energy recharge, while the passive has a % chance to generate energy particles upon landing critical hits. I like to note that these 4-star weapons are very amazing for Furina, since energy recharge is one of her most important stats to get good uptime on her bursts. Moving on to the artifacts, for a C0 support Furina, the best artifact set is the Golden Troop set. This set is very good for all field support Furina, since it provides a good boost to elemental skill damage. And since majority of the time she'll be all field, you can easily trigger the 4-piece bonus. For the artifacts, I like to note that you should aim for an HP Sands, HP Goblet, and a crit rate or crit damage circlet. If you already got high enough crit rate, then go for crit damage circlet and try to aim for as much energy recharge substats as you can on your artifact pieces to help get good uptime on her burst. I like to add 2 more artifact sets for those who wield for C6, and that's 2-piece Marichu's Hunter and Nif's Dream for the 15% hydro damage it provides, and the 15% normal and charge attack damage that Mirror provides. And the final set is just a 4-piece Marichu's Hunter set for those that's in need of more crit rate stats, since with Furina's kit that will be easily attained. Lastly, a few team comps I'll mention for C0 to C6 that I believe are fun and I like to use is first my Yaimiko team comp with Furina buffing Miko turrets plus Furina companions on field with the turrets is a very fun combination. It provides good electro charge damage. A second team is Furina Bloom team. Note you can use any Dendro characters you have or any Dendro characters you want to make this team work, but for me I decided to go with Nilou and Nahida since these are 2 of my favorite characters and Nilou's Bloom is very powerful. A final team I like to talk about is Hu Tao Furina team. The buffs that Furina can provide to Hu Tao makes Hu Tao become even stronger. She helps Hu Tao deal incredible Vate damage. I like to say that Furina is a very good character for lots of teams since the buffs she provides and the healing is very strong, so she can work in many other teams outside of the ones I named. Like one for instance that I've been hearing about is a Noelle team. I've been hearing that Furina and Noelle works great together. A few C6 teams that I like to use is my Furina with Yoimiya, Kazuha, and Mona. With Yoimiya's burst, I can keep applying Vate with my Furina, and Kazuha and Mona works very well for support. Another team is again my Yaimiko team. With Furina being C6, she can take the stage while the turrets and her companions are out and deal some very high damage. And one more team that seems like it would be good but I haven't tried yet is a Furina Freeze team. I plan to try Charlotte, but I haven't gotten around to testing yet, but it seems like it'll be a fun team. And well, that's it for my Furina guide video. Comment below if this guide was helpful, or if there was things I missed or could have did better. Please like and subscribe for more content, and thanks for watching.